Okay, week 3 of the weekly challenge in my Discord channel. This week's topic was draw a car of your choice speeding really fast. And I'm getting more posts every week. I don't really remember how much posts I got last time. I think it was like 8, but now I think it's like 18. 18. I have 18 posts. So what I did, when you have 18 posts, it's hard to make a ranking out of it. So that's my 2 cats running around. What I did is make a pentagram with 5 points each. So it should be a total of 25 points. Whether this all arbitrary, but drawing power, that's like how well you draw how well or accurate you drew the thing. Completion, how much complete I think it is. This tends to go together, drawing power and completion. Sometimes completion, like if you draw something really complicated, that would make the completion harder to accomplish, getting more points. Sometimes if you're doing like a more cartoonish style, it's easier to have the completion. It's easier to have more points in the completion since it doesn't take that much time to do a cartoon style. But it's all arbitrary, anyways. Knowledge. This, you get these points if you like know what you are drawing. For example, this time it's a car, so if you like know what a car looks like or how a car actually works, or if you didn't know how it's, I look at how I thought that you looked up some cars, you Google searched or you did some research. So if it looks like you did some research, you get points for knowledge. On topic, how much it's on topic. So for this week, it's car that it's speeding really fast. That's going really fast. So if you draw someone. If you draw a bird flying really fast, you're not gonna get that much points. Context is like how much like a story you could imagine from the image that you drew, or how much things that are fun to watch in the drawing and things like that. Now, I don't think I could draw anything that would get 5 full points myself either. It's pretty hard to do. You don't really have to get to pro, but this is just for it's easier for me to rank the drawings. I might do like a minus 1 for top theme. For example, if I thought your drawing was really good, it was all complete, a ton of stuff, there's a ton of context, but has nothing to do with cars or speeding. So that would be like -3 for theme. So you would get like a really crooked. Or maybe you were really, really, really good at your drawing skills. So I might do like a 6 or a 7, for drawing skills. Anyways, you will lose. You're gonna lose your first place. I'm about to have a field day with the amount of submissions. Have a field day. こんにちは. Morning. So, I'm gonna start with. Well, you could actually see the whole ranking from here, but where should I start with? I guess I'll start with the number 1. Going down. I didn't put the numbers on the rankings that much. I guess I'll do it right now. So it's Feed Matthew is number 1. Liana is number 2. Play to Stay is number 3. Lawyer is 4. Mr. H is 5. Yachts Bro is 6. Craig, Etmus, Nam, Leaf, and Gurkdoy are all at 7. So 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Lord is at Lord Ferric Seldom is at 12.
They deserve their place.
13, 14. Wes is at 15. Marcus 16. Rishi 16. Oracle 16. They did their place.
Hey Daryl. Who's that? Is that the Carlos metal car?
That's the
XD.
Carlos metal car, I assume. Have you ever planned a reward in the future of the
I'm
reward? No.
GOP3.
Top 3 deserve their place. Okay. So, Feed Matthew.
Hey, Oji-san.
I had this drawing with the drawing power 4, context 4, commission 4, knowledge 4 on theme 3. Now, it's a 3 on the theme because it, by the context, you could see the police cars. So, and the car is like in mid-air, so you could tell by the context that it's speeding a lot, but it doesn't really look like it's speeding. You can't really feel the speed here.
これ日本人も参加できるの?
できる。The second number 7 is a car with leg, right? But overall, it's done really good. The buildings are not too simplified. You know, they're complex enough to be too fun to look at.
日本人参加者がいればいるよ.
And the characters are cute and all that. The issue I have here is the car is purple. The buildings are purple. These what do you call these? Like wires are purple. So since the car is purple and the background is purple, the car kind of sinks in. Doesn't really stand out. So what I did was turn it yellow so that the car stands out. I made a light come from like either a helicopter or a city light, and then I had the cops shooting at them instead of top of them. You can't really tell. Now, I'm pretty sure most people didn't even notice that the cops were shooting, because that's where the muzzle flash is. It's really not hard to. It's really hard to recognize that. So we have all these city lights that are burnt in the film, so that it adds more movement to it. It's still doesn't look as fast enough, but at least the car stands out compared to what we first had. Okay, for the second one, now I have. This is the most I did for the rest of the drawings. I didn't do as much as this, so don't be too excited. Just for second place is Liana. You know, it's really first and second place both had like a thief theme. They were stealing money from somebody and they run away. This one also doesn't really look like it's going that fast. It's going fast. I mean, it's a car running, but it's not like running really fast. Because it looks like they succeeded in running away. So they're not at their top speed anymore. They're like kind of slowing down at this point. story wise, but the thing that you can imagine these stories is why I have the context at a 4 higher. I mean, it has 4 also, but rather high context because these things you can imagine. Drawing skills are 4 also, completion 4. What I thought about this was the money floating around. I thought it would have been more like people would like recognize the money flowing around if the money was more roughly, let's placed it on the chairs, the seats, the car seats, more like roughly just randomly placed on the seats. Then it would be more understandable that they're floating around, and the people who's watching this drawing could see the money, they could see the story and stuff. And I also thought, since a lot of these are really what do you call it, they're not blurry that much except for the smoke. The smoke was the only thing that was blurry. I mean, it's understandable that smokes are blurry, but the smoke in the background's not blurry, so I just thought the smoke could have been a little bit more sharp, or you could have done more neat job. If you could have done a more neat job, then it could have been blurry and not be strange looking at all. This is just one thing you could have done. Okay, number 3, play to stay. Now, this person, I'd say, is more like a Photoshop technician or something. He's really good at his digital to the digital skills. I mean, it almost looks like real life. Almost, it's in winter. He's the only person who drew something inside the car. It actually looks fast. You could tell that it's a car. You're looking behind the car, and you can see the car. It's either chasing at you or just behind or something, but it's getting away. So everything looks real except for the car. The car, like, really, I don't know, the car being really not being illustrated good enough is, it almost looks like some like a surrealism painting. So one thing I want to point it out was when you draw a car and the tires are turning, you don't see the whole tire like this, like a pizza, you know, kind of goes like this, you know. So it would have been much better if the car was like, if you spent more time on the car itself. 白いのってフロントのライト、白いのこれはライトなんじゃない？あ、これはライトだと思う。Those are lights, I guess, not snow. 資料？これは自分で書いたんだけど。Number 4, lawyer. This actually looks more faster than the top 3. So I have you have 4 points for topic. It's on topic because it looks fast. But the card doesn't look like the card doesn't look legit, you know. The card looks too big. I don't think it would fit in any normal roads. I saw the reference you had. The card from the reference you had was a little bit more compact. So I saw the reference you had and redrew it, and this is kind of what I wanted to see.
WTF Daro Sensei hosting an art challenge.
See,
これは複数のおじさんが
if you
まと
can
めているも
notice
の
that cars actually don't have that much straight lines. They are made out of lots of curvy, like a really like a subtle curve. Yeah, cars aren't actually. Most cars are not that straight. They don't actually have straight lines that much. They have actually a curvy. And yeah, that's the kind of car I think it looked like. And then if you could have the palm trees and everything else go, blurry lines, go all, you could see the speed. Well, you post in our tip log, maybe. Cyberpunk got cars different. Cyberpunk, it got me drawing cars different. Well, anyway. I like the part where the driver is like sticking to the back, the seat. It really looks like he's accelerating. He has all the G's in his back. So yeah, so there's a little bit context there, but there really isn't much narrative on why he's speeding this much. It doesn't look like a race. It doesn't look like he's like running away from someone. I mean, you don't really have to do this, but it would have been. I would have given you points if you had, like, some, like, if I could imagine a story from this. Number 5, Mr. H. Right, this is a Kengan. What do you call these? Like a Kengan meme type. And I won't really give too much points on context or topic for like parodies, at least for this weekly challenge, because the point of the weekly challenge is to get better at drawing. So I say you, I mean, if you're not interested in getting better at drawing and just want to, participate with the memes, it's okay, but
wait, this time is from first rank to last rank this week, Daro-san.
This is the first time rank to last rank. This time is from first rank to last, right? I haven't chosen what I should be doing here, so I'm I realize that most things that I want to say would be said. I should say what I want to say first in the top ranking first, because I would talk more about it with the top rankings. I would spend more time with the top rankings. Got the light. This actually looks fast though. This actually looks fast. But you just have to be careful, because I'm not really sure where you have the vanishing point here, but these lines don't really go. I don't think they go to the vanishing point. They the light doesn't go to the vanishing point. If every line, went to the vanishing point neatly, it could have been more higher. It could have been like third place or so. Adding font is really dangerous. The way you put it here was not that bad, but adding font makes me a little nervous. Just so be careful next time if you. Okay, Yeltsbro number 6. I think it's the only one where an animal is driving a car. I think that's an animal. It has a cartoonish taste, and you could see that it went through some hay, like hay or something. It burst through some hay and then jump up. So what I did was have the hay more up in the air, or some stuck on the car, so that you could emphasize that it went through the hay, or maybe some grass because it went through grass. Maybe it still won't really make it that fast looking, but at least it adds a little bit more context. And I don't think you really went through the I don't think you really did that much research. You could see that you wanted to make it look like this, but then you wanted to show the animal driver, so the camera in the animal driver is like parallel to the earth, but then the car itself is going upwards, which is really strange. You could have found a better angle to the car if you want to do something like that. Craig, this is number 7. Craig, it looks like you spent a lot of time here looking at, I assume you found a photo reference like this and you spent a lot of time there. I'm not really sure what those red wiggles are. What I assumed was like a Back to the Future thing, like a Back to the Future kind of like skid mark fires, but it doesn't look like fire anyways. It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like. So I have it drawing power level point. I have it drawing power 3 here, but I assume that it's mostly like a copy of like a photo reference you had. This is just an assumption, and it doesn't really look like it's going fast either. It looks more like some stripe pattern instead of effective speed lines. What did I do here? Yeah, so if that would make it look like a speed line, and if you're gonna have fire, make it look like fire. Okay, Atmos, same rank 7. Atmos has like a monster character covering a car, and some guy is driving. It looks there's, I guess you could. This is mostly context, so you have 3 points for context here, but even from like a really, what do you call this? It looks like you have no there's no space to add perspective here, but you could absolutely add perspective. I mean, the orange spaces are places that you should have emphasized to add more perspective instead of this, because this looks like a cut out cardboard, painted a cardboard and just holding in his left arm or something. You want them inside a car, so you want to show the ceiling, you want to show, and not really convinced that that's what it looks like without a car without a wheel. I'm not really convinced that that's how it looks like, so you should have looked that up. And also the legs don't really look like legs. I mean, they do look like legs, but you gotta look at it for like 2 seconds to understand that it's legs. So maybe make the legs more obvious.
I've never been to one of these streams, but this is amazing.
Nam is number 7. Okay, it's going in a circle or something, or it's going through a curve, but there's no perspective to it. You could absolutely add perspective even if it's a curve, right? So say it's something like this, right? You could absolutely add perspective. I think you're the only one who had actual like sound things like this, but you know, maybe this would make it more faster looking, maybe the other way, I don't know, but there's ways you could add sound to the drawings to make it look faster. I liked it. I like the part where the character is like barely holding onto the car. You know, the driver's almost fainting. So that adds some context, but the car itself, I don't think you like looked up any cars to draw this. Maybe you did, but you didn't look
This
enough.
week you got little time right. Yes.
Never been to one of these streams, but this is amazing. Maybe if I can clean
Don't
some
apologize
time.
if you're
Really?
wrong. You'll improve.
Yeah. So remember. Yeah, I mean, looking for a reference is really it's very important. So yeah, I have 1 point for knowledge here because it really doesn't look like you looked anything up. This looks like you looked up what a car looks like, and there's context. But yeah, I had that showing first, but it kind of looks like the character was running towards the monster, but then decided to make a U-turn. It didn't look like he was trying to run away. So I added more monsters in the back so that he had no other choice. So it looks like he had no other choice on this win. But it could have been. It could making a car go on a drift. Yeah, is a way to make the car go really fast.
Attack on racetrack.
But you chose a really hard thing to draw. Yeah, drawing a car going fast while it's like on a curve is something really hard to draw. Okay, Gurkdoy. I realized that this was mostly like a direct copy from a anime movie, so I can't really honestly review this one since it's mostly a copy. The original one, I almost reviewed the original one. Soul Artist. Really? Okay.
Is this red line?
Soul Artist. Okay. I'm sorry.
Isn't that red line?
Soul Artist. The only reason. Yeah, so even if it's just this line art,
yes,
I thought the drawing powers was 5, but since it's a direct copy, I can't really get an honest review for this. Sometimes I can't, like most of the time, if you copy something, I won't be able to tell. So, I mean, and copying, people's work, sometimes it's good for your improvement, but for this weekly challenge, you're not gonna get an honest review from me, so I don't think it has much point. I think it's pointless to copy something with this weekly challenge. But again, there's no way. I might not be able to detect it, so you might be able to get more up on the ranking. This ranking doesn't really have much meaning. It's just kind of for fun, but if you're like if you just want to go up in the ranking and copy something and then got more points, maybe. But if you do that, you're mostly cheating on yourself. So I'd suggest you not do it. I should have, wrote something in the description or somewhere not to copy other people's work, like not directly. I mean, you could use it for reference. Some parts are okay. It's just a matter of how the ratio of how much you referenced it. And to me, the ratio was really high, since it's not even complete.
Manga for this weekly challenge.
We drew a character from manga for this.
Would you like to work with comic books like Marvel or DC style, or you rather continue with manga?
Can we draw a character from manga for this weekly challenge? Can you draw a character from a manga? I won't. I won't rank. I won't give you points that much if I knew it was a fan art or a parody of some kind. I mean, it's dependent on me. So if I can't notice it, there's no way I could, get that like complete review. But I suggest that you do it all original if you want to improve. Lord, number 12. Who you like to work with? Comic book, like, or you rather continue with manga? I'd work with Marvel or DC if they would want to work with me. For some 1 or 2 issues maybe, or maybe one series. I don't know how long a series is. Okay, Lord.
Get you a TMNT deal.
That would be great. Lord, these bubbles. I mean, they're fun to look at, the bubbles, but it's not helping the topic that the car is going really fast. And this head silhouette. Now, I'm not really sure if this head silhouette is supposed to be like a monster that's chasing the car. So that's the reason the car's speeding. But what it looks like the car is just like, skimming through like a garden that has statues of big heads.
Mega mind low.
That's it. And the car isn't. I guess you saw some reference, but I'm not convinced that you saw it good enough. And the tire here, you have it that ways. Now, if you want the car going fast, maybe you would have done it the other way. If you ever played Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog goes in that direction with this oval, so the tires could have been that way. Faralix, Seldom, Wes, Marcus, Rishi, Oracle. I pretty much put all these in the same box. They don't look like some of them are, for example, Seldom, that's very well drawn, but they don't look like they don't look like they're speeding at all. So what you could have done is I don't know, do something to make it look like it's speeding. Wes, what you had to do was, this is just like a photo from a sketchbook. I want you to frame it. I want you to make a limit I want you to frame it like this, or like this. I don't know, maybe like this. I don't know. I want you to frame it, because that's like the half of what you're supposed to be learning, how you frame these things. Plus, make it look like it's going fast. Or maybe one of the cars is breaking through a wall or something. Breaking through some mountain of garbage or something. You know, turning around. You could make it look fast even though if it's on a curve. Just something. Okay, so that's all 18 posts. I hope this review helped a little. So next week theme is draw a female sword fighter in a fantasy world during winter with a lonely mood.
Hey, I'm not an artist, so please forgive me for being a noob.
I think I have the description below.
All the features and then color IT all black.
If you're interested in posting, access my Discord server. There's a weekly challenge channel.
Cool.
I might get more the next time. Might get less. I don't know, but I guess I'll see you next week. So bye.